Let's dive into this explainer on Python, the programming language that's literally taking over the world. But why is absolutely everyone rushing to learn Python right now? Let's figure this out.
Well, it's a high-level interpreted language purposely designed to be incredibly intuitive for beginners.
You see this iconic snake logo and probably assume it's named after the actual reptile, right?
Nope. Looking back at its foundation in the late 80s and its 1991 launch.
Creator Guido van Rossum actually named it after the comedy troupe Monty Python.
Since that 1991 release, Python's popularity hasn't just endured, it's completely skyrocketed over the decades.
Projections show Python's massive, unprecedented growth actively outpacing older, compiled stalwarts like Java.
It's essentially eating the programming world, largely thanks to its absolute beautiful simplicity.
In fact, writing and reading Python often feels just like reading normal English sentences.
Plus, it's completely free, open source, portable across operating systems, and has a massive supporting library. Unlike C++, Python skips the intermediate compile phase entirely, which massively speeds up your development time. Ready to code? You'll want to set up your workspace using idle, Python's built-in environment.
Simply head to python.org, download the executable for your specific system, and run the installer.
Once opened, idle automatically color codes important keywords, making your new code incredibly easy to scan.
Hello everyone. So this is a basic intro video for Python, and we will look into it from we will start from basic and go to advanced concepts. First we'll go through the our syllabus. Like the first unit would be introduction and data expression and statements, a basic intro about Python. In this first introduction, we will include introduction to Python installation, data types, interfloat, and so going on forward, we have like 5 units, and at the completion of the course, what you will learn and what you from the zero till the completion of course, you will be able to read, write, execute by code by hand simple Python programs. Okay, then structure simple Python programs for Python solving problems and decomposing a Python program into functions, represent compound data using Python list table dictionaries, and read and write data from Python program. So moving on to the forward, we have first introduction to Python installation. I will attach a video in starting of this, so you can see watch that and how to set up your Python install, or I will attach a link for that video. Okay, so moving on to the Python introduction to Python installations. Python is widely used in general purpose high level programming language. Okay, Python is a high programming language, so it is not at machine level or assembly language type. It is a high level programming language. The Python was first developed and designed by Guido van Rossum in 1991. Okay, he developed the Python software foundation. The main thinking about the creating Python was to allow programmers to express concepts in fewer lines of code. Okay, comparing to the other languages like C, C++, Java, Python has the minimalist code of line, and you can do same thing what other coding languages take 4 to 8 lines. You can just 1 to 2 line. Maybe there is some restrictions, or you can other, but it is the easiest language you know, and Python is also the fastest growing language. Okay, so the Python version in 1991, it's called Python, and later on we have two versions, Python 2 and Python 3. Currently we are using Python 3. So Python 2 was developed in 16 October 2000, and after 8 years the Python 3 was created the 3rd December 2008. Okay, beginning with Python programming, finding an interpreter. Interpreter is a uh, called which interprets your language. So you have write a language in high level language. So Python is high level language, but machine understands only low level languages or assembly languages 0 and 1. So you need an interpreter so that your machine could understand the source code you write. Okay, so moving on to the next topic. There are available plenty of languages in the market like C++, Java, Rust, Go, PHP, and all that of. But why should we choose Python? Why we should use Python? Because first reason, the Python is object oriented. It supports structures. Python object oriented is a concept. It's a four uh, things: polymorphism, operation overloading, and multiple inheritance. Like these concepts, you will study this later on in indentation. The second is indentation. It is the one of the great feature of Python. Other languages are very strict to this rule. They give error when the indentation is not followed, but Python is very freely in this situation. And third is Python is a free language. It is open source. You can just go download Python from their official websites. And Python is a powerful dynamic typings language which includes dynamic typing. Dynamic typing is what in other languages you have to tell what you are writing. Like if you are initializing an integer or a character or a variable, you have to write a code word like int for integer, ch for character, before their declaration of the statements. But in Python, you don't have to write this. Python automatically knows what you write. If you writing anything, Python automatically detects what you are writing. Okay, and the Python have all, of course, built-in types and tools, library utilities, and more things. And Python is the most easiest language and fastest growing for now. Okay, so moving on to the forward, here is the installation guide. This is the Python website, and you will just go to downloads. This is the old PDF, so you are seeing here the Python version 3.8, but for the latest now you will see 3.8. Okay, so moving on to Python, how the Python works. It means the Python code execution. Okay, how the Python runs on your computer. So there is a traditional runtime execution model. Source. What is a source? The code you write in a file and saves it by a name. Like you write a source code and save it like your first Python program. For running Python pages, you have always save your files as an extension with .py. It lets why you have to use .py because it tells your system that it is a Python file. This extension tells the system it is a Python file. So moving on to the next part, this source code, the code you write and save it with a .py extension. Then when you run it, it is converted into a bytecode. What is a bytecode? The system you have running on it doesn't understands the Python language. It understands the bits or bytes 0 or 1 at a machine code language or machine level language, so it understands 0 and 1 only. So you have to convert the source code into the bytecode, but you don't have to convert. The Python interpreters in backend, it converts itself and then it passes to a runtime Python virtual machine. Then your code is automatically compiled and it is interpreted and output is shown onto your screen. So Python interpreter which runs the code, it have two modes. What are modes? Modes are which in you run the code, what is the environment and how you use it. Okay, the first mode is interactive mode, running Python in interactive mode. Okay, so when you install Python in your system, there is a file app attached with it. It's called IDLE. Okay, IDLE, it is installed with that. And when you search, when you press your Windows key button and type ideally, you can see that a app would appear ideally and with reference of the version of Python you installed. Okay, so running that in you, here you can say the Python 3.8. It is a 32-bit system, so here is saying, and these three arrows here you type what your code. So here it is printed, print hello world. Okay, print is a function and these are two braces, and anything you type, it is called a string. The strings are put in these inverted double commas. Okay, hello world. So this is a string, hello and world. When you use print function, it just print the output. Okay, so moving on to the next example, relevant output is displayed on system line without the symbol of here x. The programmer has declared x and it's some variable. When you print, when you will write print x, then the value output given by the print function of x, it will be 0 1 2, and it also calculate or do mathematical stuffs like 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Okay, this is the all about the first mode, the interactive mode. Now moving on to the script mode. Here we saw that the file is saved as a .py extension with the name of it. Like you save it, my first Python program. Okay. So in the script mode, first code is written, which is called a script, then saved with a .py extension, and it is executed. Then it is converted to bytecode, and it is then later converted into runtime, given to pvm. Okay, runtime Python virtual machine. For today's session, it is only all about the Python and history about Python and installation of Python and how to run Python on your system, and in which how many modes are there to run Python. In next video, we will cover more about Python basic introduction like data types, variables, strings, identifiers, and others.